Welcome back, folks. This is Four Corners of the Galley Sports and Jackets, and this is Week 7. I'm back. Now you're probably wondering yourself, what the heck happened to Week 6? Well, my cameraman slash producer slash host decided to film me in slow-mo. And it was pretty boring because I'm just sitting there talking, and it's like a 40-minute video in slow-mo. So basically, couldn't fix it. It was all grainy. At the break, you'll get to see all the basically highlights of Week 6, so make sure you don't miss anything. But what did happen is we changed the show. We changed the format of what we're doing now. So basically, I'm going to give you my top 5 stories of the week, the scores, a little breakdown of the wire, a little zany galley-style football, and we're going to kick it out. So without further ado, let's kick off Week 7. So here are the top 5 stories of Week 7 based on me. Number 5, the Los Angeles teams are for real. In both dominating fashion, you had the LA Rams and the LA Chargers win over their teams, and pretty easily. Shockingly easily. And now you have the Rams in first place, and the Chargers are storming back. It's impressive. You got the Dodgers in the World Series, and the football teams are looking nice. Now all we need is Mr. Alonzo Ball to ball it out, and we'd be having euphoria in LA. But hey, until then, good going. Number 4, the rebirth of the AFC East. Holy crap. I don't know about you, but that was a classic in Miami. 31-28. That game had everything you were looking for. That was shades of the old 90s Dolphins-Jets, where you had Dan Marino faking a spike and throwing to the back corner and freaking Boomer Esiason getting pissed on the sidelines. I mean, it was great football. You got the Patriots sitting at 5-2. You got both the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins sitting at 4-3, and then the Jets are only at 3-4. Welcome back East. Number 3, the quarterbacks are dropping like flies. Now, I know you didn't get to see last week's number 1 story was Aaron Rodgers broke his collarbone and all the NFL freaked out. Aaron Rodgers got hurt. It was crazy. For about 20 minutes, they didn't know what to do with themselves. So, what happens this week? More quarterbacks went down. Freaking Jay Cutler got hurt. You still got Mr. Jameis Winston beat up. You had freaking... who else went down? Man, Carson Palmer went down, and he's out for a while. I mean, they're just dropping like flyers. Get on that waiver wire, pick up those backups, because quarterbacks are falling like crazy. Number 2, the Patriots still own the Falcons. Damn, that Super Bowl hangover is long. Ever since the third quarter of the Super Bowl, the Patriots have owned the Falcons. I mean, owned them. And it was no different this Sunday. They went up to Foxborough, played in the mini fog bowl, and got ran out the building. Woo! And the number 1 thing of the week, defense, baby, defense. Man, defense came to play in Week 7. In Week 7 alone, you had 3 shutouts. You had multiple teams, the Titans and the Browns, only scored field goal in their complete game. Field goal city. The Panthers scored 3 points. The Falcons scored 7 points. The Giants scored 7 points. It was ugly. And then Mr. Eddie Jackson of the Chicago Bears did something no one else has ever done before. A 75-yard fumble return for a touchdown, only to come back and do a 76-yard interception return for a touchdown. Salute Mr. Jackson. That was pretty nice. All right, well, that's the top stories of the week. Let's head on to the scores. Starting the week off, you had the Raiders beating the Chiefs 31-30. Another beautiful comeback play. I mean, they did get 4 chances, but hey, it don't matter. Derek Carr took it in there, and they won the game. Speaking of those Bills, the Bills come back and beat the Bucs 30-27. It was a decent game, at least. The Bears beat the Panthers 17-3. Titans 12, Browns 9. This had to go to overtime. It was ugly. And look out, the Saints are back. The Saints 26 to the Packers 17. Brett Hundley looked a little shaky. He did run one in, but he still got some growing to do. Then you got the Jaguars spanking on the Colts 27-0. All Colt fans can ask is, when does Andrew Luck come back? Then you got the Rams spanking the Cardinals 33-0. Look at them shutouts. Woo! Vikings take care of the Ravens 24-16. Case Keenum's in there. Bradford's still hurt. They got 3 quarterbacks. Who knows what's going on? The Cowboys find some rejuvenation and beat up on their old 90s rivalry team and taking out the Niners 40-10. Nothing more to say to that. Cowboys spanked them. Niners are still 0-6. Them and the Browns are fighting for the number 1 worst spot in the league. Then you got the Seahawks coming back after their ugly loss, winning 24-7 over the Giants. Then you got the Steelers Steelers looking good. Brown and Brown still looking nice. 29-14 over the Bengals. Chargers, look at them Chargers, 21-0 Broncos. After the Broncos' hot start, that's back-to-back disappointing games. Then you got the Dolphins taking on the Jets, and they squeaked that one out, 31-28. Thanks to Matt Moore coming in and saving that game. The Sunday night game, you had the Patriots taking on the Falcons, 23-7. Patriots, Falcons, come on, you are still lost. And then the Monday night game, you had the freaking Philadelphia Eagles win 31-20 over the Redskins. And woo, the Eagles look nice with the best team in the league with the best record, 6-1. Hello, Eagles. And there's your scores for Week 7. All right, well, let's kick it over to a little waiver wire. These are some of the top options, I think, if you're playing fantasy football, or you're just looking at these guys going, okay, that's nice, but these are for all those fantasy football players out there. I think you should go pick up Jalen Richardson for the Oakland Raiders, running back. Robbie Anderson, wide receiver for the Jets. Jordan Matthews, wide receiver for the Bills. He's coming back off injury. Dante Freeman, you should pick him up. Warren Miller never lasts the season. Backup handcuff for the Houston Texans. And then Mr. Brett Hundley. He's a good quarterback out there. Another one you could add is Mr. Matt Moore. He's also looking really nice for the Dolphins. So yeah, that's Week 7, guys. That's the new format. We're not going to bore you with any fun stuff and any boring things. We're just going to kick it, roll it, and keep on going. And if you're looking for more correspondents, they'll be back. Don't worry. Thanks for joining me on this Week 7 new format. I hope you saw the little statistics from Week 6. I'd like to thank you guys for coming out. We're going to do this next time again. See you in Week 8. Until then, good night, Ted.